Alexa, set an alarm for 4 p.m.
Second alarm set for 4 p.m.
Okay. So, I'm bored. But I can't really go out anywhere because the snow is still kind of really shitty. I'll show you. Wow. It's all slush now. Slushy snow. Garbage didn't come last night. They probably said to themselves, snow. We don't feel like it even though we have all-wheel drive pickup trucks to come pick up people's garbage. Nah, we're not in the mood. Assholes. Still snow and I don't feel like going through it. What I need is a Dr. Scholl's insert for my boots. Because this boot right here doesn't have the sole cover and this boot does. But I need to get some Dr. Scholl's for my snow boots. They're from Walmart a couple years ago. No biggie. But they're not very comfy to wear anymore. Because they're all worn out on the inside and they're like $35. Not the greatest. My feet are still small enough. I could technically fit into like, kid-sized snow boots of like boys 6.5 or boys 7 snow boots if I go to Fred Meyer. But at this point, it's practically over with. So, our apartment is a hot mess. To tell you the truth, people, this is what a messy apartment looks like. It's been cleaner than this. I could clean it, but I'm too lazy. I want to. I haven't opened the package yet. That came this morning. I think it's a book. Case of Diet Pepsi. Haven't opened yet. We don't have a lot of closet space, so right now, that's where the Costco bulk goes. And over there is Wire City. TV. Hot mess of mail and papers and junk and clothes. Alexa, turn the light on.
Okay.
Alexa, turn the light on.
Okay.
Sometimes she doesn't respond the first time. Alexa, turn the light off.
Okay.
Oh, she'll listen that time. Garbage. No pickup yet. Whoop-de-doo. Garbage. No pickup yet. Whoop-de-doo. Food containers from like 6 weeks ago I still haven't washed. Yes, I'm filthy. I know that. Freezer. Not a lot going on. Probably my lunch right there. Fridge. Not a lot going on. The only really edible things in here right now are 4 bottles of Diet Pepsi and some craft singles. The containers are just like leftovers that need to get thrown out. And as I've shown in previous videos, I do not throw out my leftovers in my own garbage can. I put all the containers in a garbage bag. I walk out to the middle of my apartment property where there's 2 garbage cans by the mailboxes. And I take some plastic knives or forks with me and I scrape everything out of the containers and into the garbage cans by the mailboxes. I would like to do that, but I don't want to go outside and get my feet soaking wet because it's too hard. So, then we're low on milk. And that milk was a gift or a neighbor to neighbor, you want some free milk? Yep. Neighbors are good. We got a new neighbor recently in one of the apartments across from us. I think she moved in a few weeks ago. I've heard the radio, I've heard some music, I've seen the car, but haven't seen the person yet. But my downstairs neighbor who I'm friends with said that the lady is nice. So whatever. Whereas the unit across from us, that unit across from us right now doesn't have anyone in it. It's been empty for like 6.5 months, maybe 7 months. I've lost track. We've had at least 3 different residents living there. When we first moved in, some Latinos who, I don't know, they were there for probably a year. And they moved out after we moved in. And then it was empty for a long time. And it was another Latino couple who stayed for like 3 months. And maybe they couldn't afford the rent and they got evicted. Or they left in the middle of the night. I don't know. I only saw them once or twice. And then we had some Koreans, a Korean couple, early 20s. They often played a lot of karaoke music and had a lot of strong smelling food. They stayed for like 9 months. They didn't do even a whole year of a lease. I think they were paying month by month. And eventually, I think they worked from home, and maybe because of COVID issues, maybe one of them got laid off, and eventually they sold one of their cars, or they didn't have one of their cars anymore. And he had anger issues, and they would fight and yell a lot and scream a lot. And then they would have karaoke and friends over. And it was just kind of weird. And then one day they moved. They left, like, at 4 in the morning. With the U-Haul and 2 cars. They didn't have a lot of furniture. But they were kind of weird. And now it's been like 6.5, 7 months of this unit being empty. The one below it now taken by a new neighbor. And they left a lot of stuff behind. And even though apartment maintenance has gone in there to fix the plumbing and clean the place up. And they hired like an outsourced maid agency to clean up the place. They never, the apartment agency and the maid agency, they never took the doormat. That was the only thing left behind. For a while, they actually had the door unlocked. But eventually they realized, oh, maybe we should lock the door after we stop doing maintenance in there. Yeah, kind of weird. At least all the snow is gone from my walkway, but it's still wet. I'm not stepping on there with just socks on. Okay, so that's it. That's my vlog of the day. Boring life, apartment life, normal, messy, American apartment. I don't do clean with me's because I don't feel like, to quote that weird guy from one of those Kitchen Nightmares episodes, where he said his brother Nino would climb a ladder and have a camera on a tripod to show that he was taking pictures of himself cleaning. Like the ceiling fan and the dust off of the walls. Hello, I'm Nino! And I take pictures of myself while I clean the restaurant. That's what people do now with their clean with me's. With the intent to clean up their homes and do 20-minute quick tidies. You know what they do instead? They set up their phone or their camera on a tripod and then they clean things up and then they move the camera and then they clean things up and they move the camera and they clean things up and they move the camera, and in editing they make a time lapse and add some really cheesy non-copyright free vlogging music. Maybe after I clean it all up sometime in the next couple weeks, I'll just show that I cleaned it. But I don't have any pictures to prove it. Oh well. Messy apartment for anybody in the world who doesn't understand or is questioning why so many YouTube vloggers have really neat, clean, tidy homes. Well, when you have an apartment with limited closet space and more junk and debris than you know what to do with. More junk mail that my husband thinks we should keep. but during weeks or times where garbage pickup does not happen, it's kind of hard to get rid of stuff. I'm not really feeling motivated either. Our futon needs to get cleaned again. I need to get Dr. Scholl's for my boots. Those are our favorite sandals. You haven't been able to find them since like 2 years ago. And it's just kind of a mess. And that's our apartment, folks. And that's life. And it's snowing outside. Or it was, but it's still really crappy. And I don't want to go out there just to hurt my feet in order to find some Dr. Scholl's, because Walmart yesterday didn't have any. Will Target have some? Will Joann's have some? Could I go to Big Lots? I don't know. It's just kind of shitty. So I'm just going to stay inside, and I'm going to do another video, and then Alexa, turn the light on. Thank you, bitch.
Okay.
And then I got a bunch of books I'm going to do a video on soon. My birthday was 2 weeks ago, and I bought myself a big pile of books. And that's it, folks. Have a fabulous day. Adios.